That is right there. Cool. Sitting here cleaning my gun.
Still cleaning my gun.
Sitting here cleaning my gun. What's going on, everybody? I was doing a live stream on IG. That kind of went down. I don't know how long it's gonna last either.
Down.
But we can see. We definitely try to keep this going. I'm sitting here cleaning my firearms. Just clean my P365. Got finished cleaning that. Now I'm cleaning my 1911. But I just wanted to have a little talk about the Second Amendment and the importance of firearms in this country or all over the world, really. I think the world would be a much freer place if every nation would acknowledge the fact that people have a right to protect themselves, not be servile to a small group of individuals who decide how everyone else's fate is gonna sit. But yeah, Second Amendment. A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Now, well-regulated militia, everybody wants to attribute that, well, not everybody, but a lot of people want to attribute that to being the National Guard, which is incorrect according to the standards of the time. Well-regulated does not mean controlled or government mandated. It's not what it means. Well-regulated means well-trained. So the militia needed to be well-trained. Now, especially when you look at it from the fact that these people had just fought off the greatest military at that time. Just got that freedom from the tyrannical government. Why would they set up a government that would control their means of protection? Like, control all their means of protection. They wouldn't have done that because they were afraid of big government. They were afraid of big government. I asked this question when I was on IG. I asked how many people would trust their government over their neighbor. And if so, let me know because I don't want to be your neighbor. Would not like to be your neighbor because you would be one of those people that would turn somebody in even though the law was stupid. Instead of law would be stupid. She would turn them in just because, but that's what the law said. You know the law makes no sense. You're just blindly following laws that don't make sense. Now, I said this on IG too. I'm a little over the top compared to some people when it comes to the Second Amendment. I believe, personally, that you should let everybody have the gun. And not let, but leave people alone and just let folks be them. Let people be them. Now you got a criminal that has a gun, and he decides that he's going to use that gun to hurt someone else or to go in someone's house. If the individual house that he's going to break into, he anticipates that they have firearms, he's going to be a little bit more cautious when he goes into that environment. On the other hand, if there's no one that he knows no one has a gun, that gives him free reign to do as he pleases in that situation, because there's no resistance at all. The path of least resistance is going to be the most traveled. So if the criminal has a path where he's going to take where there's no one there to protect themselves, or he knows there's going to be no bullets flying back, of course he'll take that route over a house that he thinks is heavily owned. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't do that? You think predators go after the weakest animals in a pack or in a herd? Because it's the easy target. It's the path of least resistance. That's what humans do. That's what animals do. It's just natural to do the easiest thing. And if it's most beneficial at all times, no. But in that line of work, criminals, the easiest target is the most lucrative route. So of course they're going to go to the house that doesn't have guns. You have signs outside saying, gun-free zone, gun-free zone, gun-free zone, gun-free zone. Then the criminal's going to stop at the sign and look at it and say, oh, okay, I'm not allowed to bring my gun in here. Let me go to the next stop. No. That's where he's going to stop and say, there's going to be no one shooting back at me. Or at least it's going to be minimal. It's less risk to his daggone body and less risk to his business here. So of course he's going to go there. He's going to take what he can take. And he's going to be fine because there's not going to be nothing going back at him. There's going to be no resistance to him doing what he's going to do. So don't make it easy for criminals to take what you work for. No. Don't do that. Don't be a soft target. Back to the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment was written in order for the people to be able to protect themselves from a tyrannical government. It wasn't about hunting. It wasn't about target shooting or practice. No. Government always tries to overstep its bounds and it tries to control people. That's what government does. It always does it. Every single time. But there was a check and balance there that the people protect themselves as God intended. And then the government will have to be on edge before they try to control these people. What about you? They can't just go run roughshod over everybody. Because the people can protect themselves at that point.
Thank you.
Wake your mama up and tell her to change this baby.
Change her baby?
Yeah, that's just thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mommy,
It'd be harder for them
change
to do
your
that.
baby.
To just come run roughshod over the people. But the more and more we let the government come in and erode our rights away, the easier and easier it is for these tyrants to come in and implement stupid laws that give them more and more power over our lives. They can come in and they can tell you how to run your business, and they can tell you how to run your lives. They can tell you how to raise your children. And they can tell you what you can eat for dinner tomorrow. They can tell you how much you can have for dinner tomorrow. Because we control your grain and everything, so you can't have food without us giving it to you. So everything goes back to control. When you let the government have control, then you have less control. When you have less control, you have to ask for things that you usually could have got on your own. You can't demand nothing when you have no weapons in order to demand things with. Just saying. God gave us certain rights. We had the right to protect ourselves. We had the rights to be free, but we can give those rights away, and we can be lorded over by tyrannical dickweeds who decide that they're going to be the Lord's Almighty over our lives. Hey, Tamika, Tamika, call Joel and tell him I'm on a live video if you want to come over on YouTube. But yeah, I mean that's what happens when we let the government come in and we just kowtow to what they want to do. We must remember that this freedom that we have here is not free. Each generation has to work for their own. And if we decide that we're not going to work for ours, then we doom ourselves and our children and our children's children to be servants and subservient to a tyrannical group of people who want to use us as slaves. Don't think that that's not what they want, because that's exactly what they want. You can fool yourself into thinking that they're not saying that, or you can sit there and be naive to the fact that there are people in this world that want us as slaves. That's your choice. Remember, that's your choice. Is that what you want to do? That's fine. Tell them I'm already doing it. Just saying. It's up to you, though. It's all up to you. If you want to be a pawn, but at least don't let people tell you that you don't have the right to protect yourself. Look at the examples from history. Like I said on IG, you had Stalin who did it. He starved his people. Took the weapons away first for everybody except for the people that he wanted to have. Then after he did that, they went and they started taking the land away from the wealthy farmers. What did they do after they took the land from the wealthy farmers? How were they able to take land from the wealthy farmers, first of all? Because they had already taken the guns, and all the wealthy farmers had to protect their land was pitchforks, rocks, and shovels and other little farm tools that they had against guns, who Stalin's elite had. So ultimately, they were pushed off their land. The government owned all the land. And then what did they do? They started starving people. Why did they start starving people? Because it's an element of control. To let the people know that I can do what I want to do to you. You have no say-so. Look at the stuff that the government does to us today in America. You see how close we are to this type of rule in this country? We don't grow our own food anymore. I'm gonna get to that. I don't even grow my own food. We gotta go to a grocery store. So if something happens, how are we gonna get fed? How are we gonna eat? You can go down to somebody that does own stuff, but most of the people live in the cities now. Because we live out here and our fathers are old, and we got a bunch of old folks that still plant gardens and stuff. So we got some type of knowledge on how to grow our own food. But it's not to a level where you can really sustain. Grocery stores gonna close down.
Give me the white.
They can close down anytime they want to, and we will be shot, and they can control us any kind of way they want to. Element of control. We're giving up stuff. Giving up stuff. When you give up freedoms, it's hard to get them back without violence and bloodshed. It's just this is how the world works. It's hard to get freedoms back when you lose. You know, the government takes stuff and boom, they pretty much gone forever. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. He probably got hit and fell off the ice hit.
Okay.
Yeah, you let the government take stuff from you, and you think that they're gonna do the right thing by the people. No, they're gonna do what's right to keep them in control, or to either give them more control. But that is the nature of government. Government wants subjects. It wants people to control, to run. It doesn't want people to be in charge of their own lives, because the government has no place except for to make sure people don't kill each other and make sure people from foreign nations don't come in and invade. Other than that, the people really just run their own selves. The economy runs by the people starting businesses. You're an entrepreneur, you're helping the economy. Great job. Wonderful.
Can't clean up this man.
Now,
Yeah, hold on.
your own businesses, how do you protect that business from marauders or people trying to take what's yours? You have guns and you fight back. That's it. You don't wait for the police to come. The police always come after the fact. Like I said when I was on IG, man, like it's like freaking Gunsmoke. Marshall Dillon. He always shows up after everybody dead, all the shooting and stuff, and he come riding up on his horse. After all the shooting's over with. That's what the police do. They're there to be there after the fact. They're not there to stop nothing from happening to you. That's your job. But the government's making it harder for you to protect yourself. Some people even punish you for self-defense. You have a shooting, you have to shoot somebody in self-defense. Now you got to go to court to prove that you're innocent and that it really was in self-defense. Now you pay all this money out, and really you're gonna be more and more of a problem and more debt than you was before the shooting, even though it was justified. You see what I'm saying? See how you're punished for doing what's right for you and your family? That ain't how it's supposed to work. I mean, known criminals. Or if they go to jail, then you still get punished because you gotta basically pay for them to stay alive with your tax money. I feel like it's all a game, man. To make sure that you give the almighty government what it wants. Now, in my opinion, we ought not to do that. But like I said, some people think otherwise. Let's see about these cats here. Boom, there it is. Friends coming to the country near you. Nice. Uh-oh. Huh? No, I ain't about credit. What you talking about?
Wait, you said
Huh? No, I said country near you. Liberty, exactly. Liberty is what we need. Just let people be them. Freedom, yeah, I got the freedom to do whatever I want to do. That's how I look at liberty. You got the freedom to do whatever you want to do, but I look at liberty is as, yeah, I got the freedom to do that, but I don't because it's gonna hurt somebody else.
Yeah, clean up with me.
Yeah, people got the freedom to take stuff from other folks.
Toy box.
People have freedoms in order to steal from other people.
clean up here.
But do you do that? Most people know because of the liberty aspect. Yeah, I need permission from that person. That person doesn't give me permission to steal their stuff.
Clean up. No.
You follow what I'm saying?
No. Clean up.
You have freedom to a point where you don't hurt nobody else. What's going on, Brian? What's going on to everybody? I had my chat locked down earlier.
Yeah, Clint. What?
Good point.
You?
I mean, the government as a whole has always been scared of certain groups of people. Like I said, I made the example of Stalin earlier, and how he did to his people. And you had Pol Pot. I mean, he did the same thing. Idi Amin took guns from people to be able to control them. Um, you had Che Guevara. Man, a whole lot of different examples of people that took guns from people in order to control them. Now, a whole lot of people say, well, that's in other countries, man. Like, that stuff can't happen over here. Oh, but it already has. Any type of gun control has always been there to control certain people. They had gun control laws to prevent Native Americans from owning guns. They had gun control laws to keep certain groups of people, poor people, black people.
I told you no.
Y'all be quiet over there. Sarah, get it to him. Go play. Go ahead. Yeah, the Chinese, the Japanese, all these people have been victims of gun control in America. Like I said, poor people again. They would set prices up higher on guns to keep certain groups of people from being able to afford them. All those different little tricks they used to do. Prodigal son, what's going on? The problem is, appreciate your super chat. The problem is we are too socially primitive to understand our own system of government. We're still stuck. This thing keeps going away. Antiquated ideas, these rules. Subjugation. Stop going away. Free people are leaders, not civilians. Would like to elaborate on that, but yeah, too socially primitive. I mean, I can't really disagree with that to a point. To be honest with you, seriously, wow. Now the free people being leaders, not civilians. That point there are a lot of free people that are civilians, in my opinion. But I mean, I understand his point. Some people are not going to stand up. Some people are not going to take a stand on anything, really. Some people are just sheep. You have sheep, you have wolves, and you have the sheepdogs. Of course, that's an old analogy, but it makes sense.
No.
There's some people that are going to sit there and they're going to follow whatever somebody says. Whoever feels like somebody says it to them, they just like, yeah. They yes men. Sierra, hush. You have yes men. They're going to say yes to anybody that comes along. It seems like they're in a position of authority.
So let me see it for a while.
That's what some people do.
I don't care.
Some people do. They just sit down and they follow whoever comes up and is in a position of authority. They will follow. You have other people that aren't going to follow anybody at all, and that's a problem within itself. You got to listen to somebody sooner or later. But then you have the people that are just natural leaders. Natural leaders, people follow them because of their leadership ability. They stand up for things that they believe in. They will not take down. But they're also able to admit when they're wrong and to change within that vein. and that's good. Now you have people that will stand up and fight, and that's always good. But the majority of people are not going to. We know that from history. You always got a small group of people that will fight, or that will stand up for certain beliefs, and you got other people that's going to take down when they're threatened or the going get tough. They're going to take it down because the fear aspect. And like I said, you can expect everybody to stand up or lead. Can't do that. And nothing wrong with being a follower to a certain extent. As long as you have certain values that you're going to follow and not just get blown around by everything that comes by. Because you still had to take solid stands on things. Follow what I'm saying? Don't be naive in thinking that the American government will not do you dirty. Got too many examples of them doing us dirty. Or coaxing us into doing ourselves dirty. That's a thing. Like taxes. Income taxes. I can't stand it. I believe the income tax is theft. Me personally. Now some people tell me I'm wrong. That's where I stand at. I believe the income tax is theft. I make the thing at least to explain to people how I think. Now I got in a contract with my employer to pay me $20 an hour. Let's just say $20 an hour. So there's my agreement with my employer. So at the end of the day, end of the week or whatever, the train is coming with my money. When the train coming down the track, got my $20 an hour on the train. Halfway down the track to its destination, which is me, the train is stopped by the good old IRS. And let's just say they're taking off half of it, so now my payment is only $10 an hour. But they took off half my money. And the train continues. Because I don't see this train robbery. I'm at home. So it comes and the train gets to me and I pick my money up. And it's half what it's supposed to be. What happened? They stole my money. That's what happened. They stole it because I don't have an agreement that they're going to come in and take my money. Come in and they take my money. So they stole from me. If anybody else does that, that's theft. But if they do it, the old government does it, oh, it's fine. And most of us don't even think about it because we don't see the check. It used to be tax collectors said we had to come to your house and get stuff. It didn't even go over too well because people had guns. And folks coming to the house, banging on doors, trying to take stuff, didn't go over too well. When you got somebody with a double barrel shotgun standing at the door saying you're not gonna take my stuff. Yeah. It's hazardous to your health to do stuff like that. Go banging on folks' door, tell them you're gonna give me something. And they holding a gun. So now they got a way to take it without even having to ask you. They just take it from you before it gets to you, and then we get too accustomed that we don't even notice it anymore. So we've grown accustomed to being stolen from. Now, that ain't good at all. So I just want to point out there that income tax is theft because the IRS and the government ain't supposed to come directly to the individuals, but they're stealing out of your pocket. Now that's my point of view on it. I believe it's theft. Like I said before, people might think otherwise. You are free to do so. Another point. Back to the firearms. I have people tell me all the time, as a black man in America, you cannot openly own firearms. And I look at them and I tell them, well, that's kind of funny because I've been doing this for a while. Well, if you black and own guns, you will get shot. I'm still here and I've never been shot by the cops. You can't have a loaded gun in the car with you. You driving. In North Carolina, yes, you can. Not unless you're a darn felon. Other than that, if you're a law-abiding citizen and you don't have an F on your record, you can drive around with a loaded firearm in your car. As long as it's registered, well, you don't have to be registered. But long as it's your firearm and you obtained it legally, yeah, it'll be fine. You have it loaded. I have all my guns loaded when I'm driving. I've been stopped before. I went hunting one time and I had my AR in the back seat. And the cop stopped me. Now, like I said, he didn't trip. Because when he stopped me, I had my hands on the steering wheel. I had my right hand on the steering wheel. My left hand was out the window with my license and my concealed carry. When he came and grabbed him, I put my hand back on the steering wheel and I talked to him like I had sense. How you doing today? What's going on, sir? Where you coming from? I told him I had just went hunting, whatever. Come back home. He was like, got any, because I see you got a concealed carry for me. He said, you got any weapons in the car? I was like, yeah, I have weapons in the car. He's like, well, what you got? So I got my carry pistol. I got it on my right side on my hip. Kept my hands on the steering wheel the whole time. No sudden movement. Then I told him I got my AR in the back seat. So he looked back there and sure enough, it was sitting in the back seat. He was like, you got the AR. I was like, I went hunting with it. We had a little nice conversation, whatever. He asked me what kind of gun I carried or whatever. I told him I was carrying a 45, 1911 at the time. We had a nice little conversation. He grabbed my stuff, went back, grabbed my stuff, came back, and everything was fine. Told me have a good day. And I went on about my business. And I'm still alive. According to the narrative, I'm supposed to be dead. But cops are not just walking around saying, I'm going to shoot me some black folks today. And that's not what's going on. Yeah, you bad cops and things happen. And some of it is a lack of training in the police department in this case. But they're not just going around killing black people because they're black. It's a false narrative. It's been a false narrative since it started.
We'll see how.
And I'm proof of it because I'm still here and I didn't get shot. And I had 2 guns in the car. It's a thought.
Is that mine?
But the funny thing to me is the same people that would tell us that the government is so bad and that the cops are so evil are the same people that tell the people that they're not supposed to own firearms. But the government can. So the same government that you're afraid of, you want to give them all the guns. That's stupid. Frankly, that's retarded. You're an idiot if you think that way because you're contradicting your own self. How on one hand you're going to say the government is evil and they don't care about us. And on the other hand, you want to give them full autonomy to have the guns. Only government officials and police should have guns. You think very little of yourself, don't you? Yep, I really think that people that say things like that have a very low view of their self-worth. Because no one is going to tell me that their life, no politician anyway, or government official is going to tell me that their life is more important than my life and my family's life. That's not going to happen. Your life is no more important than mine, or my wife's, or my children's. You're not more important than me just because you have more money than me. And the quicker people understand that, the better life will be for a lot of different people. Don't let anyone tell you that they have a right to protect themselves and you don't. First time you believe that, it's the beginning of your slavery right there. When you believe that someone else's life is more important than yours, and they have a right to protect themselves and you don't, you automatically become a slave. Believe that.
I'm 2 hours late tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm not coming to work.
Don't go. I'll tell you gotta go.
Well, this is what I was gonna say to her. I was like, I'm not coming to work tomorrow. It's bad in my area, and she's not gonna let me drive in this bad weather.
Tell her if she got a problem with it, tell her to call me. And we can have a nice conversation.
No, I'm gonna send that. And when she said that, I'll tell her that.
There you go. Exactly. Who believes? Who out there believes that their life is just as important as some politician's life? Who believe that? Sierra, be quiet.
She fell.
The door open and she puts it over to the wall.
You fell outside in the snow. Yeah. Be quiet, girl. I told you to get away from that door anyway. Fell right in the snow. She'll be alright. She alright. My daughter tried to go walking out and trying to get her there in the snow. Told her to stay her little butt in the house. She done went out there and failed.
It's raining right now.
Like,
It's freezing rain right
corporate
now.
does not care. Corporate's not in North Carolina.
Say what?
Corporate is over. Like, the Wondercare Group. Well, I work for that group, so Wondercare Group is over.
There we go. Hey, Sierra, be quiet.
If we're open or not.
Be quiet.
I'm coming to work.
To me.
What?
You see, I'm trying to talk to the Americans here.
I'm not driving in this weather.
Yeah, man. Don't let nobody tell you that. I'm almost done cleaning. I would have been done cleaning this on 1911.
Oh. Follow directions. Come on. She just said follow directions, ma'am. Oh.
Follow directions, man.
What's going on, Pete?
Well, I can just put my 2 weeks. I can just put my job. It's fine. I can easily find another daycare job.
Why you in a group?
It has to be a group. It's a group text message. That's what she's sitting in.
You didn't have to tell her that in the group. Get it, go.
How was Hassan tell her?
Go.
Hassan tell her,
Go
Chris.
directly. Text her directly. Don't tell her in the group.
What's the difference? Everybody else doing the group.
Why you doing this thing?
Because I'm cleaning my gun.
Right.
That's why. But yeah, like I said before, wonder what you got. Oh, that's ice. But yeah, I'm almost done cleaning this mug. But yeah, they always try to tell people, I don't want it. Tell people how to think. I always tell folks how to think. Think for yourselves, people. Don't let people tell you what you can and can't have. You can and can't have. Like the whole, what's another problem that we got on? The drug issue. The whole marijuana thing. I'm a little leaning on that too. I think you got it legal. Folks gonna still do what they want to do. Can't stop people just because you put a sign up there. What you got, folks? Oh boy. Things are looking new. 26. Oh boy.
What's up, man?
Y'all think it's that close?
And my mommy, I went to my mommy's birthday party.
Y'all think it's coming that early? 2026.
There you go.
I was there, man.
Somebody said 2026 gonna be the new 1776. You hear me?
Huh?
You said, somebody said 2026 gonna be the new 1776 on here.
Ready?
Dang. That ain't good. That's not good right there at all.
What?
Hey Joe, we had a super chat earlier. You wanna respond to that? I already responded to it. What I thought, but come look at it.
What is that?
Come read it. And see if you can hit a response to that. See what you think. See if you respond the same way I do.
All right. The dollar.
Move away.
The dollar. Yeah.
Why don't you just give me a brief synopsis on what it said? Oh, I agree wholeheartedly. I believe that is a big issue.
My thing was
Education. We lack education, for one. Very primitive. And the only reason that is because we lack education. We don't really know history. We don't understand American history. And we divide ourselves into different social groups. And by those social groups, that's where we choose to basically live out our individual, quote, truths, which are opinions, but people call them truths. So, and that we end up separating ourselves. So, I think that is a more primitive way of living, but I don't think we should be that way. But I think it really has more so to do with education or lack thereof. So that's a good point. Who was that again?
education. Education.
Prodigal son. Ha! Come back home. Come back home.
Education is key, people. Whether that be firearms or history or anything, man. Get educated.
Freaking cold out there.
Heck yeah, we snowed in.
I walked over here and my freaking shoes are filled with snow, man.
This is the only thing about 1911s that irked me, trying to get the pen back in. Because it's a moving
I know, I see.
cylinder. It always moves. And it's hard for me to get the daggone thing up. Benjamin Franklin, read it. You read fast enough.
Benjamin Franklin, Bishop of America, he was the national leader in the easy remark. A nation leader, an essay remark concerning savages in North America. Congress second session, Constitution basis.
I don't know why I keep disappearing.
I don't know. Cool. Vision of America. National leaders. So that makes sense. You know what I say?
Got another super chat from Prodigal Son.
Benjamin Franklin. He's the man, huh? So you said that was the second session of 1988. That was a statement that was addressed in that session. Is that what you're saying, Prodigal Son? Appreciate it again, by the way. Say what?
Talking about Native American. Implementation of American national leaders. Concerning the savages of North America.
Yeah.
CF, HR.
Is that all of it? I feel like it's more. Thanks. Up.
Keeps going away.
Look at your phone.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I bet Prodigal Son. This thing keeps moving. Keeps disappearing and reappearing. Your comment.
Like a statement. Man.
Yeah. Says a smart guy. Where'd you? Yeah.
Huh. Dang.
It's
Iroquois. Like I said, man, it's always been a group of people that have been abused wherever you look. I mean, wherever you look, it's always a group of people that's been abused. It doesn't matter where you look. It's always one group. But that group can still thrive. You can look at yourself as a victim, or you can take that adversity and use it as strength to move on. You don't have to be victimized by your circumstances unless you just want to be. No.
I am a Cherokee.
Prodigal Son again. It's the responsibility of the
Right?
people to be the police.
Can't. Comments.
Why did it go coming back?
Told you you ain't phone.
All right, the responsibility of the people to be the police and the military, not the government. Check the balance.
Check and balance.
Check and balance.
That's the whole point of checks and balances.
And the military, I mean,
Well, militia, whatever.
I guess, I don't know. I'm kind of torn from the
Well, I mean,
from the military standpoint now.
if the military wasn't supposed to from like jump into like a standing military, then we would be considered.
That changed in the War 1812, though. Like all the way up to the War 1812,
We
it
didn't have
was
a standing
fine
military, right?
without the standing army. We thought anyway.
But that's what I said. So we would have been considered like, I guess a military.
But them battles in the War 1812, man, they was like we got shown off.
Yeah.
They got destroyed. The militia was scared of the Indians and stuff, man.
Who?
You had what's his name? Indian chief, man.
Indian chief?
Yeah, General. What's his name, man?
Indian chief.
Geronimo?
No. What you was wrong? I don't know. Was it?
I can't remember exactly. I want to say it was Geronimo, man, but whoever it was, that mother was tripping, and they was like, man, the Canadians had them. We kept trying to take over Canada, couldn't do it. Canada was like, we don't want to be part of y'all. It was like, you gonna be part of us anyway. Tried to go invade Canada like 3 times, he couldn't do it. There you go, Tecumseh. There you go. There you go. Yeah, that joke was a beast. And then they killed him. Then he got killed in battle. He wouldn't surrender, man.
But that's what
Wouldn't
you
surrender.
have.
He got William
To
Wallace.
fight for. Really, he got William Wallace.
Basically, they left him out there.
Yeah. Good for yourself.
They left him and his
You
troops
fight,
out there
you die.
to fight.
That's the thing. It's funny. Well, it's not funny. It's crazy back then. Like a lot of times you went in knowing you was gonna die,
Yeah.
but you had something to fight for and you had something to die for.
Yep.
A lot of these people now, like these social
We ain't got
justice warriors
no-
and stuff. You ain't got no reason to
real-
die. You act like you have something to fight for, but you don't have nothing to fight for, let alone to die for.
Exactly.
Ain't no way you gonna die for this stuff that you claiming that you standing for. You're not gonna die for this stuff.
They're not, man. They're really
You're
not.
not gonna die for it.
That's what most people are like them, and we really we want to stand for something.
Yeah.
A lot of us do, and then it gets to the point where it's like, is it really worth it? Like,
Why so dark in here? It's sun out here, man. North Carolina, the sun off in North Carolina.
turn the sun off.
Somebody turned the sun off. So dark around here.
It never takes me this long to get this pen. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know either. What's going on, man?
I don't know, man.
Hey, tripping.
I don't know. My fingers ain't
Trying to multitask.
working right or something. My fingers
That's
are
light.
cooperating with me. But you gonna put the? Did you just scratch my frame?
Oh, I didn't scratch your frame.
Oh, I'm finna lose my mess, man.
Lose your mess.
Yeah, I don't cuss no more, man.
All right.
I don't, man. You know I don't.
Your frame
Oh.
already scratched. What?
I'm dumb.
What'd you do?
I did it wrong earlier. Instead of putting the daggone pen in before I started turning it, before I pushed the frame, before I pushed the slide back, like an idiot, I was putting the slide back first, like I'm taking
Take
it out.
Yeah. Smart. Very smart.
I ain't cleaned this in a minute. I should have been cleaned it. But yeah, man, like, talking about Second Amendment and liberty, man.
Say what?
Second Amendment and liberty. That's what I was talking about when I first got on here.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I was talking about people believing the government is all inclusive and it's all good and they love us so much. Government hates you.
I wouldn't say that. I would say they don't care. They don't care about you.
They hate you because you're too ugly and you won't let them have control. That's why they hate you.
Yeah, not everybody in government.
I didn't say everybody in government, but government as in general.
Yeah.
The entity of government,
Oh, yeah.
its job is to control. This is the first time that government has not been allowed to control in the way that it wants to control. Or the way that
job
it
was
used
to
control.
govern. That's not control. That's the job.
But I'm saying
It's
that's
easy for them too.
But that's is a misconception though, because usually government controls until now, or I guess you could say until the
I
Magna
will
Carta.
fail.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go here.
What?
But there was no concept of. There we go. That's good. There was no concept of people governing themselves though.
Yeah.
Like now, like we're supposed to basically govern ourselves. That really leaves no room for government.
He called somebody.
Only thing the government really supposed to do is make sure people from overseas don't come over here and kill nobody,
Yeah.
or
You wanna get out of here?
make sure we don't kill each other.
Exactly. Yeah. Abiding by the confines of the Constitution.
Exactly.
Which doesn't even
Constitution
allow-
is the guideline that we're supposed to be living up to, but now people don't even recognize the Constitution as valid.
Yeah. But it doesn't even allow.
You
In doing that, it doesn't even allow them to do many of the things that they're doing today.
Exactly.
So-
It restricts the government, and the government does not like to be restricted.
So you have agencies that are created now that they're operating through that shouldn't even be, should never have been set in place.
Never.
Yeah.
Should never be.
Agencies, you have different.
Huh? Jesus Christ, woman, don't you see me doing something?
Yeah, you got different agencies, you got different organizations, and things that are put in place that shouldn't even be. I'm not talking to you. Why you talk so much? Huh? Why you talk so much? Huh? Go read a book. When was the last time you read a book? When was the last time you read a book? This kid, man. This kid. Teach your kids, man. Teach kids, beat your kids. It disciplines them. Prodigal son know about that.
I
This sounds biblical enough. I'm not talking to you, sir. I'm not talking to you, sir. Oh, you ain't got nothing to say there, huh? Oh, I said I ain't talking to you, then you just start talking, huh? Ain't got no response, you ain't got no smart comeback to that. That's cool. Government's turning into thieves. No, yeah, exactly, Calvin. All they do is lie. All they do is rob. You know why they do that? Because we have allowed them to do that. We, not saying you personally. You know, it's not on an individual basis there. You know, that's why I think it's important for us to get, you know, locally involved and like and actually push hard on our local governments, because when you look at, when you say government, a lot of times we're gonna automatically think, you know, federal, you know, government. So on that scale, it's really something like, even if you're not taking down individually, it's still, I won't say it's nothing you can do, but it's hard for you to like put your voice out there or have your one opinion actually create change on the federal level, because you're just one individual. So that's why locally it's important. But yeah, even locally, we've the government has become a den of thieves. So, but I think it's easier to change things on a local level, because I don't have to try to go to DC and make a move. I can like just go downtown and attend a meeting or something to get my voice out.
Which you do, by the way, even us.
Yeah, everyone should do it.
We slack on that too.
True. Does it help when you stuck in the snow? You can't move. I'm about to go down. I'm about to go downtown.
What you gonna do downtown? How you gonna get there?
I don't know. I'm gonna drive, man.
Nah, you gonna be in a ditch.
Yeah, you gonna need it.
What's a ditch? You don't even know what a ditch
You
is.
said a dish. You gonna be in a dish?
You don't even know what a ditch is.
Pretty sure you
You
don't.
gonna be in a ditch. What you talking about?
You said that.
You clean all your gun.
You said that.
I just cleaned my pistol.
And you been on here for like an hour. You
And
clean
you
your
were
pistol?
talking.
I cleaned both of them. Well, actually, I was talking, so I ain't cleaned this one as fast as I did the
You got
other.
digestive enzymes.
Yeah,
What you gonna do with it?
use them.
You be putting them on your food.
No, I just eat them with my
And we
with the
got
food.
some
One
working
capsule per meal.
things.
You're supposed to eat 3 a day.
Out the
Huh.
door.
It's supposed to last you a month.
Oh, that's gonna last me a little bit longer than that.
Yeah. Hey.
But yeah, man, y'all good peoples, man. Especially Prodigal Son, man. That joker been helping us out there. I like that.
Yeah, I told him he seemed real
Real up on his stuff too.
yeah.
Real up on his stuff.
It's been like cow.
It's like a cow
Cow
vitamin.
food. Yeah.
It smell like a cow tablet.
Like cow food.
Bruh. You gotta do some more shooting too.
Yeah, I know.
I ain't been shooting in a while.
Truth.
I didn't either. I didn't shoot my baby guns.
Yeah, they say the bad guys, rich people, bad guys keep voting for them. They don't understand, you know.
Do y'all want to
A lot of the damn girls, they are rich.
Do y'all
And how they get so rich?
want
Rich people aren't the problem.
Oh, I'm just saying, you know, it's just talking about, I mean, he's just talking about, you know, people, you got rich politicians and stuff, and people keep voting these guys in. And people are like, yeah, they're bad. These politicians are bad. They're so bad, and they keep voting for them. Like you say, these rich politicians are the problem, you know.
Yes,
And then you keep voting them in. Like,
Yeah,
so,
I say people just be talking.
yeah, these be talking.
People just be talking.
That's why I said, okay, there's nothing to fight for, there's nothing to die for these days. They're just talking. Like we too
The LGBTQ community is the new civil rights movement. No, it's not.
y'all wouldn't die for that.
It's really
You ain't
not.
got to. It ain't to the point where you got to anymore. We to the point where we're so like we got so like
Bruh.
privileged of being over here in America. It's like you don't have to fight for anything anymore. All the founders and stuff, the founders of this country, they've already laid down.
Oh yeah, they would have
groundwork.
been looking at us like
What are y'all doing?
y'all some little pricks, man. Like we would have been like half of us would have been shooting already. Like we would have been stacking up bodies. So
Yeah, that's true.
what y'all
Half of
doing?
them, yeah, half of them probably would. A lot of them probably would. They probably would. They probably
What
would.
are y'all
be like,
doing?
What are you doing?
Think about that, 'cause
Get it together.
they was pissed off because they had to pay taxes on stuff,
Yeah,
and we pay willingly and like
Oh, more than way. I mean, not even just a small amount.
go on about our
There's
days.
so many taxes that we pay for that we don't even pay, that we really don't even pay attention to. So many things that we're taxed on.
I
that we
gave him my
shouldn't be
next
taxed
by the
on.
train or whatever with the income tax.
Yeah.
Like we would have been up in arms by now,
Oh yeah, they would have. They really would have.
but
So the way we've been living, like it's a whole multiple generations of just kowtowing down to
yeah, and to show how survivor we
taxes,
become.
yeah. It's like you born just living like that, and you don't even realize, the severity of the situation or how wrong it actually is to actually have to be paying like for these things.
Bro, I said
How
like a slave
un-American
born
it
into
actually
slavery is like
He doesn't
easier to
understand.
control because that's all he knows.
That's how he knows it's slavery. Yeah, he's born into it, so he's like, what's different in this? As long as he ain't beating me and hurting me, I'm good.
Exactly. As long as he feed me and I get to live somewhere, I got a place to lay my head at night.
Yeah.
Fine. It's not fine. It's just all you know.
That's all you know. You
You in
think
that
about
fishbowl mentality.
That's what we trying to get out of and help other people get out of because
It's hard to do though.
yeah, because people think they're fine. That's what people think.
And we so
fine.
comfortable now. It's like,
But we good.
what's the benefit of turning the government over and becoming free?
Yeah.
Again, like then I lose this, and this, and it'll be harder for me
Then
to
what do I have to
live.
do? Yeah, survival is harder for me because the government won't
Because the
be
government won't just handle me.
handling stuff. Yeah. So how do I live? 'Cause my mom and dad didn't teach me how to live otherwise. They didn't teach me how to do my own thing, generate my own income. They didn't teach me. Yeah. So it is harder for a generation that so they grew up and all they know is a certain way of life. It's hard for them to kind of get out of that, especially when it's attached so deeply to your means of survival.
What y'all,
You don't know that.
what y'all think about Kevin Hart, man? Kevin Hart reneging on his I ain't apologizing deal. No. And it was funny because I watched a Mark Dice video the other day, Friday. That afternoon, I was looking on Instagram, and there's a lot of people saying like, "Yeah, man, Kevin Hart ain't saying he ain't apologizing. That's what I'm talking about. He ain't gonna apologize." But Mark Dice had already seen it posted. He apologized though.
Yeah.
It was funny to me.
People say
Like
he
folks
wasn't.
just ain't seen it yet.
Yeah.
But
You
man,
know who's gonna apologize.
yeah, you knew he was gonna apologize. Who hasn't?
Who Hollywood hasn't
Who
exactly.
hasn't apologized for stuff they done done in the past
Yeah.
in Hollywood?
In Hollywood. Yeah. It's like, it never fails, man.
And it's funny because you did all that talking, saying I ain't apologizing because this. If I got to apologize for stuff I did in the past, I'll always apologize for stuff like
Yeah,
that.
you do you. Yeah.
And then you get up there and apologize.
Don't accept the position in the awards in the war on the award show. He turned that down.
But you still apologize.
As far as hosting the show, he turned that down, the host position. But then he still apologized. It was like, what? Now, what was your purpose when you said you weren't going to apologize? Now I can understand if you didn't say that you weren't going to apologize. And you turned it down, then I still would have had like a level of respect for you because you like, hey, I ain't about to let Hollywood control me. I'm not going to apologize, and I'm going to accept hosting the awards
But
ceremony.
yet, you stepped down and then apologize too.
Like, dude, you may as well have just went on and went with the hosting the show, and then a public apology. Yeah, just apologize to the public. Did it while you were hosting the darn award show. That would have been a better deal for you, I think.
Yeah.
But
Either
hey,
way, it's stupid.
Hollywood is Hollywood.
Yeah. Like, you can't go around apologize for everything though.
Oh no,
I don't apologize for
you never
nothing.
stop apologizing.
Don't apologize for it. It's over with now.
Exactly. We are, and the thing is, you're not apologizing because you really think you did wrong. You apologizing just based off the fact that you offended somebody.
Exactly.
And if
Oh,
you,
for the offense.
yeah, for the
I
you
apologize for the offense.
not because you really, are sorry. Because like many
I
of
offend
them,
people all the time.
that's what I'm saying.
I don't care if I offend you. Like, that's your problem. You offended. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
You will be on a never-ending apology tour.
Yeah. Anything you say, you're going to offend somebody. Somebody's going to be offended by it.
Exactly.
Like, no matter what you say.
So if you gotta apologize for stuff that you did years ago, especially, and apologize for that, man, you'll spend whatever age range you're in, you're gonna spend double that amount of time probably apologizing
Yep.
for all those years of offenses that you.
That's the point of the
people.
First Amendment, man. Like, offending people is covered. You can offend people. It's fine. As long as you're not calling for physical violence on people.
Yeah, you're not calling me to be physically.
It's covered.
Sticks and
By the First
stones may
Amendment.
break my bones.
It's covered by speech, by free speech. You hate speech is free speech. I'm sorry for y'all that don't believe that. You can tell me you hate me all day long because I'm black or whatever. For whatever reason you hate me for. You can tell me that. But guess what? Doesn't mean I gotta sit down and listen to you.
True.
That's what folks mix that at. They think free speech means I gotta sit there and listen to what you say. No, I don't. You got the right to say whatever words you want to say. But there are consequences. If you say something like that to some people, some folks ain't got no restraint and they're gonna pop you in your mouth. And the next time you think twice about saying something to yourself.
People don't believe in it around no more. Sticks and stones may break my bones.
But words
Never heard. They don't like kids these days. They'll never.
Oh boy, there's so many kids committing suicide, man. Like
They'll never
over being
heard that
bullied. Like what is that?
I blame the parents.
Over being bullied. Who didn't get bullied in school?
But that shouldn't be the case. We're trying to grow and evolve as human beings.
People are going to get bullied. You got adults that bully you. It never stops.
It never stops.
Bullying never stops.
Yeah, no matter what you find yourself in.
It will never
That's
stop.
right, CJ. Bullying never stops.
So you might as well get used to it
Learn how to handle yourself.
and deal with it.
Here, Uncle Joe,
It's all-
last.
People are not gonna stop bullying you because you start crying about it. They're just gonna make them pick on you worse. Because you crying. That means it got to you. I accomplished my goal. I made you react to me. And now I'm gonna talk about you some more.
I'm good.
Okay.
Exactly. That's what's gonna happen. So you may as well not let it bother you.
Exactly.
A lot of them.
Or laugh it off and talk
that
more junk to them. Embarrass them. Learn how to talk back. They'll leave you alone. You get the folks laughing at them a couple times, they'll stop.
Well, if it really bothers you that much what they're saying, don't let them know it. Just go home and cry in your little cubby.
Exactly. Don't cry in the car. Don't let them see you crying. Don't cry in the car.
Keep on. We should stop. We should regulate everything, and through our regulations, they'll stop. They'll stop them.
Prodigal son. Militia was never well regulated, and we panicked. Yes, we did.
North Carolina. You talking about placing it with the saying that essay. Hit it one more time. Solution is in native science, so we have more to learn. Nearly 40 years research on this. Interesting. We'll check that out. That seems very interesting. But yeah, I do believe there was like a knee-jerk reaction, and it was like even in America's founding, I don't think that the militias were, as I don't think they were as well regulated as they could have been. Because I've read some historical documents on it, and it seemed like they had a lot of issues with like generals and finding generals and different things in different parts of the colonies certain militias. I think certain militias in certain areas. Yeah, I'm saying overall, I don't think that would probably be well regulated. But that, what he said we can learn from Franklin's essays. He said the answers in native science. So he said been studied for 40 years, like over 40 years, but still got some learning to do. So that's interesting.
So he been studying for over 40 years?
No, I think he said just in general.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. He might have referred to himself. Can you pull it back up? It went away. It keeps going away. Comments keep going
I
away.
don't know why they keep this phone.
We have more to learn. Nearly
Matter of
40
fact, you can
years.
put it up on your
Yeah,
phone and then it won't go away. You'll have it.
I guess I could. Let me try that. Yeah, but that's cool. I mean, I think of course we can learn from. That's the thing. That's why I said it's all in education because I don't think we're learning the way we should be learning. I don't think we're getting the information that we should be getting to make America a better place, like in our school system generally. Because there are people will tell us like that stuff that they would learn in school back in like the 40s. They're not like
They don't
40s
teach
and
it no
50s.
more.
They're not teaching it anymore in our school system. So they're old, and you know how it is when you've been out of school for a while, you forget stuff. So they'll hear stuff and be like, "Hold up, I learned that in school," and then it's like we know, and we're like, "Yeah, we know." They're not teaching it anymore.
Nope.
So that generation is going to die out, and guess what's going to happen? That information is going to die out. So I think that's what happened. But the information is still out there. It's just not in our school system, and most of that's where our kids go through the school system to get their information, to get their education, to get their knowledge. So I think that we're failing them, sending them to life. That's why I think it's homeschooling is a good thing. Some private schooling is a good thing, but ultimately,
Just teach your kids that schooling on the page they can learn.
yeah, especially nowadays. It's ridiculous that we have to that you send kids to school and they're at school longer than they are in your presence, and then you feel like that's all you have to do is just send them to school for them to get their education. And it's like, no, when they come home, you need to be instilling more in them than they did when they were in school,
Exactly.
or at least counteracting what they learned in school, or at least seeing if it lines up with your own beliefs, because everybody's not going to believe the same thing. Everybody's not going to agree on the same talking points, but you at least need to make sure that your child is not being indoctrinated with something that's completely outside of doctrines that you want to be implemented into your child's life. So I think that's very important. So yeah, that's something that we can. That's an interesting point. Prodigal son, Benjamin Franklin. Interesting.
Oh yeah. He had a lot of stuff going on. Benjamin Franklin.
He was smart though.
Yeah. I mean, understood. Back to the thing about the militias, man. Them jokers stayed panicking and running. They put them in front, tell them to hold the line, man. Them jokers like they couldn't run quickly, very quickly. What's that? What you talking about?
Oh no, I saw some horses. Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't horses.
Oh, from shooting it, yeah. That game realistic, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
You talking about RDR too? What?
You said what? Who?
Huh?
You said RDR too.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption too. RDR too.
I hate hearing myself.
Is it up there though?
Yeah, it's up
Yeah, it
there.
ain't going away no more, right?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, that's what I usually do when we on the laptop. I usually hold it up there. He really put another one up there.
These things only put a big picture. Holistic solutions following the natural pattern of our foundations. All else will be ineffective. Yeah. Big picture, yeah. Natural pattern of our foundations.
What you say?
He said these things only be fixed by the big picture holistic solution, following the natural pattern of our foundations. All else would be ineffective. So, you just mean as overall, just like America, in America?
You talking about America in general, or you talking about in like the world as a whole?
Yeah, because I mean, a lot of stuff we doing now is ineffective, man. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause we ain't following, like I said, we ain't following the president, just doing a bunch of stuff.
Yep. No, not yet.
And that's what's wrong with the left, and why they figure like why they can't do certain things, because you just got a lot of stuff. It's progressivism, and it's always got to keep moving.
Yeah.
There's always got to be another problem to solve all the time. Once you get to a certain solution, you can make that work, but it ain't good enough.
Yeah.
You gotta keep,
keep
you gotta move. And then you get to a certain point, and then you gotta go back to the last thing because that's proven to be better now. So there's always something wrong all the time.
But yeah, like I said, our foundation is just even looking at like the constitutional values and stuff, where they come from, different values. Like we don't stick to those principles. Like you just said, we're not sticking to those principles, and that's like the standard. We have to have a standard.
And they don't want to have a standard. That's why they don't like the Constitution, because the Constitution is the standard.
Yeah.
And we harp on it. We're like, yeah, the Constitution is where we're supposed to be striving to be toward. That's what we're supposed to be going towards. And they're like, but no. See, we don't want the structure. We want to just have utopia and do whatever we want to do all the time. And that don't work.
Yeah.
That does not work. Like I said, freedom is fine. Liberty is better, because when you got freedom, you can do whatever you want to do and it's lawless.
Yeah.
Liberty puts laws in place, and you can do whatever you want to do inside these realms of not hurting other people.
Yeah.
So liberty, yeah, you can go smoke all the weed you want to smoke. You can go smoke all the crack you want to smoke. As long as you ain't hurt nobody else with it, fine, go do your thing. It ain't my job to tell you what to put in your body.
True.
But when you start doing that to hurt other people, then we gotta stop you. Why? Because you hurting somebody.
Cause then it becomes something that's not you're not self-preserved. You're breaking the bounds of self-preservation at that point. You're completely breaking into somebody's realm of self-preservation, because I mean that's the whole point of the Constitution, self-preservation, really. So once you start breaking into somebody's realm of preserving their own life, their own sufficiency, their own liberty, then that's a part in which government is set in place to kind of enact or execute. That's what we're all supposed to be trying to do, preserve that. But when it gets on that certain level, it becomes something that is overstepping people's bounds. So you got to make a move at that point.
Exactly, because you heard somebody.
Because then you're outside of the pattern of what we discussed and what we agreed to was the standard that we were going by, which is the U.S. Constitution.
Yeah, exactly.
We wouldn't even teach it in school. Like,
Oh, no.
I know. I've been out of public school for a minute. Not a decade quite yet, but so things haven't really changed
10
much.
years here, yeah.
Things haven't really changed much. But even when I was like in U.S. History AP and we were going over like the founding and stuff or whatnot, we didn't go into the Constitution.
Nope.
Even when I took the
US
civics
History
and
AP too,
economics class,
and they
like
didn't
stuff,
talk about
like
it.
we didn't.
We skimmed across the Constitution.
We did
not
vocabulary
delve into it.
words with the Constitution and Magna Carta and things like that. We did vocab words for that stuff. We didn't actually go into it, so it's kind of sad, man. That we
It's very sad.
yeah, it's terrible. It's bad. So when we don't delve into these things, it's kind of like just at least teach the kids what it was all about and why it had to come about, and why the people actually put it into effect. It's like they don't feel like it's important.
Nope.
And
It's just
like,
an old piece of paper that was written by a bunch of old white guys that has no relevance to the way we live today.
yeah, and that's what I was saying earlier. When we split off into these social groups and stuff, things like that start to matter. Like, that was that old white guy. What does that have to do with me? The only thing that has to do with me is in February when we talk about Black History
Like History Month. Yeah, that's our month.
That's ours. So yeah,
Don't.
everything important to me then, and then you still just talk about the same people, not to like diminish anything that like
That will happen then, but
yeah, like Martin Luther King did or
Yeah.
Rosa Parks did, but it's more people in history that
they don't talk about.
Yeah, that they don't talk about that would be considered black that that contributed. Yeah. For instance, like this show I have one right now. Wentworth Chancellor.
Wentworth Cheswell. That's a
Prominent role in the what would be considered the black community, but they don't talk about him. But yeah, there's a lot
Y'all go
of
check
stuff.
out Chris Ann Hall, man. If y'all ain't. Go. Like,
Yesterday.
yeah. You should already be there.
Because you gotta get some.
If
You gotta
anybody
get
talking
some.
about the Constitution, she's talking about the Constitution.
You gotta get to the point where we're teaching the word. Nice, good job, CJ.
see it?
Yeah, I saw it.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you been on this like an hour and a half.
Good, it's good talk, man.
Yeah.
Good talk.
Good talking to you, people, man. We appreciate the love.
Exactly.
Appreciate the love because we stuck in the cold.
Stuck in the cold.
Stuck in the cold and stuck in the snow. I ain't gonna say can't get out because we can get out.
No, we can't.
We can't get out. How'd I get over here? I don't live
Walk.
here. I got out.
Yeah, I mean, you can walk wherever you want to go. I mean, you ain't gonna go far, is what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we the vibes just around here,
My
man.
truck was still running, but
See, them meteorologists that earlier, like yesterday, they had the map was showing that this snow was gonna be on the edge of us. It wasn't really gonna hit us.
that ain't the one. That ain't what I heard. The whole time I've been looking at it, they were saying we was gonna get hit pretty hard.
No, that map that I was looking at, it was showing that it was like on the outskirts. This is like, I don't know if it was a day ago or a couple days ago. But
Whatever it's doing, we got hit pretty hard this month
yeah.
with that snow, boy. That snow won't play no game. Yeah, man. Well, I'm done cleaning my pistols. I ain't gonna clean my AR today. I might do that another day, and we can have some conversations again. You know, we hadn't been on here talking to y'all in a while, and they wanted to check on y'all and see how y'all was doing.
Yep.
So,
Pizza.
that being said, I think we're done for today, right? We got to talk about some liberty, talked about the Second Amendment, talked about some craziness that's going on.
Oh yeah.
I think that's pretty good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So thank y'all for joining on with us. Thank you, Prodigal Son, for the super chat, man. That's very highly appreciated, man. We thank you very much.
Oh, yeah. Shortcut.
Much love, much love.
Shortcut.
Sharp guy.
Shortcut.
Sharp. Smart.
Smart.
Yes.
Yeah.
Appreciate it, Calvin.
Yeah.
Much love, everybody. We're gonna sign out, man.
That being said,
Y'all out there, man,
continue
continue to
to
do what
fight
you do.
for the
Fight
Constitution with these.
We
So that hopefully
Prayerfully.
we never have to use these. Peace.
Deuces.
do this.